everyone, thanks for tuning into Makeup by Ammo. This video has been such a long time coming, highly requested. I'm super excited to do it for you guys. It is not only the review of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Formula Foundation, but it is also a comparison against the matte. Now, if you missed the full-on Pro Matte review, I will put it above for you so that you can watch that as well. Otherwise, I will do a very short and sweet review of it in comparison to this one. I'll be letting you know what I think about the coverage, what I think about the wear, what I think about the color in comparison to this one, and then what's really been popular lately is actually mixing the two, which I have done, and I'm gonna let you know what I think of that as well. So if you're interested in knowing pretty much anything that you need to know about these foundations, then please keep watching. First and foremost, I wanna give a disclaimer that I have never ever in my life tried a dewy finish foundation. Because my nose is super oily and sometimes my forehead gets a little oily, I've always stayed away from dewy foundation. So I took the leap. There was so much hype around this foundation that I knew I had to try it. I knew I had to compare it to the one that I had already tried, and I'm gonna let you know what I think about it. The formula itself in comparison to this one is a lot more of like a watery, or not watery, but I would say liquidy kind of formula. And so at first when I saw it, I thought that it wasn't gonna be as pigmented, but trip out on this, it is actually slightly more pigmented in my opinion in comparison to the matte formula. So since it is slightly more pigmented, you just need slightly less when you use it, which is awesome. Now, I've heard a lot of reviews about this foundation and some people were complaining that it was making them break out, but I have super sensitive skin and I haven't experienced any of that. Now, as far as the differences between the two go, the Pro Glow is more of a hydrating formula, which I agree with. It's for normal to dry skin and it gives you a radiant finish. It also has a sunscreen in it, which I noticed that this one does not. I do like that this one is oil-free. This may be why some people broke out. I'm assuming that there is oil in here since it doesn't say oil-free. Now, they don't exactly last the 24 hours that it claims to last, but I do think that both of these are a great foundation for kind of the everyday woman that wants like a medium to buildable coverage. In the Pro Glow, I have shade 201, and in the matte, I have 101, which is actually the lightest color in each. When I first went to go pick this up, I was like, where's the 101? I need the 101. But it turns out they all start with a 2 in the Pro Glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a comparison of the lightest shade in each collection on my hand here. I'll do a little swatch. Swatch it to me, baby. So here is the Pro Matte, which you guys have seen me do before. I do suggest shaking the Pro Glow. You can hear that it's a little bit more liquidy. And there is the Pro Glow, and I swear that I used the exact same amount here. I'm just gonna do a close-up for you guys. So Pro Matte, Pro Glow, you can see that this one is kind of dripping a little bit more since it is more liquidy, and you guys can be the judge on as far as what the color difference is. I'll go ahead and blend them in just a little bit so that you can compare that as well. So here is a very light blend, and then I'm also going to blend it with my beauty blender. So here's the light blend between the two, and now with my beauty blender, flip it around. And let me do a close-up of this blended in a little bit. Pro Matte, Pro Glow. So you can see that the Pro Matte is already starting to dry down and the Pro Glow is still very glowy. I'm just gonna give it a few more seconds so that you can see what it looks like when it fully dries down. All right, and now that it is fully dried down, let me just do one more close-up for you. Pro Matte, Pro Glow. So color-wise, the Pro Glow is just a smidge lighter. It's super similar in color, so it's nothing to really complain about. This does have a very dewiness about it, but I do notice that when you powder it down, you lose that glowiness. So if you're looking to stay very glowy, I suggest to only powder down the areas that you absolutely need powdered, like say your nose. Believe it or not, I'm actually wearing the Pro Glow on my face, but I am completely powdered down. Now let's talk about my experience with the Pro Glow, because this can look beautiful now, but does it look beautiful a few hours later? The answer for me, unfortunately, was not really. I did notice a little bit of a glowiness kind of around my face after a few hours when my natural oil production kind of kicked in. It did look very radiant, it did look really pretty, but then at one point, I want to say at 5 hours of wear, my forehead just looked completely glowy, and I'm not feeling that look. I even asked someone that I'm close to, I was like, what do you think of this glow going on? And they're like, oh girl, I'm feeling it. And I was looking in the mirror and I was like, no, you know what? I don't think that glowy foundation is my thing. I think that's what I kind of learned through this whole experience, is that I really do like how it looks at first, but after a few hours, I'm just not feeling it. So that's when I actually tried the thing that a lot of YouTubers, a lot of Instagrammers have been doing, is you mix the two. And I have to tell you that I do love how it looks when you mix the two. At first, when you first put on your foundation, even hours later, it looks beautiful. You have the teeny tiniest bit of a radiance without looking glowy. So if I have to compare these two and I only had to pick one, it would be the Pro Matte. I'm glad that I tried it, and I'm glad that I'm able to mix it. It's not a total like, oh, this was a waste. If you're into that glowy look though, definitely try it out. Anyone that I've talked to about this, they either love it or they hate it. And it's kind of because they either prefer being glowy or they prefer being matte. I hope that that helps with your next trip to go makeup shopping. I've noticed that you guys really enjoy me doing these review videos, and I really enjoy doing them for you. If you have a request of a dupe that you want me to test up against something else, or a low-cost product that is just as good as a high-end product, please comment below and let me know. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, remember to stay beautiful inside and out. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye!